Hello everyone. In this lesson we will study the Arabic verbal sentence when it is in the passive voice. The passive voice is called in Arabic المبني للمجهول. This happens when the doer of the action or the subject of the verb is omitted. We will also discuss how the verb is changed in this case. So in the following examples, notice the differences in the vowels of the verbs in both cases, that is, with and without the doer of the action. So the sentence we're going to look at now is the sentence with the doer. The subject of the verb is included. كتب الطالب الدرس. So notice that الطالب is the doer of the action. He's included in this sentence. So the verb is in the active voice, not the passive voice. We're going to look at another sentence without the doer of the action. كتب الدرس. So the talib is omitted here. He is the subject of the sentence, and the verb is converted automatically into the passive voice since there is no subject. Kutiba, notice the difference between kataba and kutiba. Kutiba, the vowel is different. So kutiba has the damma on the first letter and fatha on the second letter. Notice this chart that I gave you in class, and it includes all 10 verb forms and their corresponding verbs in past and present tense, the imperative, and also in the passive voice. So these patterns are fixed for the passive voice, both in past tense and present tense. And I'm going to go through them one by one here in what follows. So form 1 verbs. The form 1 verb is fa'ala. The pattern for the passive voice past tense is fu'ila. The damma falls on the first letter, fatha on the second letter. The pattern for present tense verb 1 form is yuf'alu. The damma falls on the ya and on the first letter, and fatha on the ayn. Yuf'alu. So here we're conjugating actually the third person masculine he. If you were to use she, it will be فُعِلَتْ تُفْعَلُ. More examples of form 1 verbs. درس, to study. درس, it was studied. يُدْرَسُ, it is studied. So all you have to do is follow that pattern. ولد, to give birth. ولد, he was born. يولد, he is born. So أنا ولدت, I was born. Form 2 verbs. فعل, فعل, يفعل. An example of form 2 verb. درس, to teach. درس, يدرس. Form 3 verb. فاعل, the passive voice past tense. فُعِلَ, present tense passive voice. يُفَاعَلُ. So شاهد, to watch. شُوهِد, it's watched. يُشَاهَدُ, شُوهِد, it was watched. يُشَاهَدُ, it is watched. Another example. ساعد, to help. سُوعِد, he was helped. يُسَاعَدُ, he is helped. Form 4 verbs. أفعل, أفعل, يفعل. أنجز, أنجز, ينجز. أنجز, to accomplish. أنجز, past tense passive voice, it was accomplished. ينجز, it is accomplished. Form 5 verbs. تفعل, تفعل, is the passive voice past tense. يتفعل is present tense passive voice. Example: تخرج, تخرج, يتخرج, to graduate, تخرج, he was graduated, يتخرج, he is graduated. Form 6 verb: تفاعل, تفوعل, passive voice past tense. يتفاعل, passive voice present tense. An example: تناول, تنوول, يتناول, to eat, it is eaten, it was eaten, تنوول, يتناول, it is eaten. We'll look now at the pattern for form 8 verbs. افتعل is form 8 verb. افتعل, passive voice past tense. يفتعل, passive voice present tense. Let's look at some examples. انتقل, to move. انتقل, انتقل, it was moved or he was moved. ينتقل, it is moved, he was moved. Let's look at another example of form 8 verb. اعتبر, اعتبر, يعتبر. اعتبر means to consider. اعتبر, he was considered. يعتبر, he is considered. So one example, for instance: يعتبر Faulkner كاتب مشهور. Faulkner is considered a famous writer. Another form 8 verb is اعتقد, اعتقد, يعتقد. اعتقد, to believe. اعتقد, it was believed. يعتقد, it is believed. So now we will look at form 10 verbs. استفعل, استفعل, يستفعل. That's the pattern for form 10 verb. Let's look at some examples. استيقظ, to wake up. استيقظ, he was woken up. يستيقظ, he is woken up.